Well, it was a very early start today. I think it was just after 2 o'clock when I finally jumped in the car. From there, hit the highway, grabbed a bit of fuel on the way past, got to the boat ramp, got the boat ready, packed the boat, chucked it in the water, fired everything up, then headed out into the blackness. Got a fair few kilometres to travel in the dark, but hopefully I'll get to my spot just as the sun's starting to come over the horizon. I haven't been offshore fishing in a couple of months, and I'm pretty damn excited. But by the time I got out of Moreton Bay, the sun was already starting to rise. My first session back fishing deep in 3 months, and I was already late. Good morning, legends. I know, look how late it is. I haven't even dropped a line down yet, and I'm already getting sunburnt. Not like me at all. I usually like to be on my spot ready to rock and roll just as the first hint of light comes over the horizon. Today, well, I've missed it by a fair way, but I'm back out deep. I haven't been out here in a long time, so I'm pretty excited. And what makes it even more exciting is I've got 2 brand new lures that I've never ever tried before. 2 jigs, you know I love to jig, but I've got 2 jigs and I'm hopefully going to find a few fish with them. Now, I'm going to give you a bit of a run through about the new gear later on, but I'm late, so I've got to get a rod down. Thanks very much for tuning in. This is another Sammy Hitzke fishing adventure, and I'm stoked to have you along for the ride. Cheers, guys. I'm going to be fishing 2 rods straight up this morning. I'm going to fish 1 jig in the hand, and I'm going to fish another one, good old-fashioned Rodney rod holder. That guy is going to be with me. And old mate Ockie, he's going to be sitting in the rod holder, hopefully going to attempt a big snapper or pearly. I haven't caught one in a while, and I'd like to kick off the account with an absolute screamer. Actually, I should probably just focus on getting one first, but hey, aim high. Well, old mate Ockie, I was like, I'll get him down, and I'll put my hat on, put the camera on. Oh, this is a good fish. Old mate Ockie has just been slammed in the rod holder. This is the very first drop with the Ockie, and this is a pretty serious fish. I don't know what this is, but he absolutely smoked it out of the rod holder. I need to put a hat on there. Completely not ready for this. I'll tell you what, I'll take it though, because there's a fair few fish showing on the sounder. Sorry I haven't got any other cameras going. Just caught me a bit unawares. I had my head in the console. Oh, it's taking some line. I don't know what this is. Had my head in the console. Oh, big fish. Just gonna chuck a bit of reverse on. Sorry, back to what oh, gone. Well, I think I've been sharked. It's all gone. That was a serious fish, whatever it was. I'll tell you what, talk about a good start. Almost the perfect start. Oh no, the braid. That's not ideal. Well, I better get another jig down. See what the big fuss is about. Whew. Right. Might try and get all my cameras going now as well. That was an absolute hooter, whatever that was. That took some serious line. Just a bugger I didn't get to show him to you. Woo! Good start though. Righto, take 2. New octopus, my other one is gone. See how long this one lasts. Hopefully about the same amount of time. Which way are we drifting? I think I'll do one of these ones. Righto. We're both on the bottom. Yep. Got fish. Oh no. Dropped him. Jeez, I'm losing my touch. Got him that time. Oh, it doesn't feel real big. But, oh, not again. Ah! I need to stick to flathead fishing. This is getting a bit ridiculous. Well, that second drift was a little disappointing. First drip, screaming hook up, lost it. And then second drift, 2 little hookups and nothing else. Don't know, but hopefully find a few more. I want to find one of those big things again. They look like fun. Oh. Well, there we go, another bust off. That fish just absolutely cleaned it up. There might be some kingies down there, that might be what they are. I should drop a fast jig down and see what happens. That thing just smacked it and just went straight into the bottom. What has happened here? Just looked like some knot broke. I don't know, but it's not good. See if we can hook this one up real quick. There's fish on the sounder there. There we go. What is down there? There's another one gone. What is going on? 3 lost lures in as many drifts. I do not understand. This is all sharks or something. I think this braid might be cactus. That was another one at the braid. Ah. Righto. Time to get serious. This'll get them. If they're kingies, this'll get them. Oh, I don't like losing gear, especially not three before I even get a chance to land a fish. Of my new lures, lucky I got a few of them. My new jigs. It's not much of a test run if you can't even land a fish on them. All right. Set drag to stunt. I don't know. They won't need a big jig, but they'll happily belt the Oki and also the smaller squid jig. So it might be snapper, really psycho snapper. I don't know. All I know is that I've had 3 hookups and converted none of them. All right, see how we go this time. Be nice to land something. I don't think that's too much to ask. Just one little fish landed. Come on, that is the game. I could have just emptied my tackle box out at the boat ramp and it would have been heaps more fuel efficient. I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm fishing Jurassic Park and everything's just super angry and ready to steal gear. I'll get one. Hey there, sinky boy, sinking to the bottom where fish are. What do I want to happen? Let's just be free spooling down and get big old clunked by old man snapper. I think that would make up for it. I'd be okay with that. It was a bit of a fast retrieve I got the hit on last time, so I'll just do that first. My jig's flipped sideways. Bugger! It's one thing about using this gear, you gotta pay attention. If your jig sits sideways and it doesn't, you can't fish it correctly and the fish won't eat it, so you can feel it. It's just like a little bit extra pressure resistance, and it yeah, it's not great. Wish it didn't happen on the second jig. See, that's what I mean. Gotta watch out for that. Okay, we're on the bottom. Got him. Righto, we're on to one. Now I just need to stay connected long enough to get a look at it. Feels a bit kingy-ish. See how it's bumping away there? That's fine. I can handle a kingy. Oh, it's got some power. It's got some real good power. Oh, he's not done. Some big head nods on him. Getting a bit of line back now. Oh, spoke too soon. I don't like messing around with kingies or anything too long, because the sharks, they don't discriminate. They don't care if you've caught one fish or no fish. They'll just come and eat everything. There we go, we got colour. I think it's a nice kingy. Like quite a nice kingy. Oh, I should have the net ready earlier. Here we go. No wonder he was fighting. Have a go at the size of this king. Woo! Woo! For a slow pitch king, that is an absolute corker. Oh, well, that might explain what's down there. They might be kingies, and they might all be angry. That's over a metre of king, and he is absolutely smashed that little squid. See if we can get him out without him going nuts. Easy, mate, easy. Well, have a go at that. That's a solid king for a slow pitch setup. No wonder he took some line off me. There you go, little squid. Right in the, he got one hook in the corner of the mouth, and that little treble. Interesting little treble in the bottom there. That got him down there. That's easily a metre a king, and no wonder they were fighting hard. Oh, that's crazy. Well, that explains a lot. No wonder I was getting dusted. Some big brutes of these are probably down there absolutely cleaning me up. And by the looks of the sounder, there is plenty more left down there as well. So we might be on for a bit of a kingy session today. And I'll tell you what, I'm not complaining at all. after 3 months of catching flathead, a big kingfish is a pretty good consolation prize. Now, I'm going to keep this guy. I'll only keep one kingy today. I might keep a couple of snapper if I can get them. But I feel like some sashimi is well and truly in order. I haven't had any fresh sashimi since that yellowfin a while back. And I think this guy, well, unfortunately for him, it's his unlucky day. Look at that, how good. Now obviously guys, it goes without saying, I have a lot of people ask me, do I bleed my fish? And which fish do I bleed? I bleed every single fish that I'm going to take home for dinner. Every single fish that's going to be consumed gets brain spiked and bled, and that's the most humane way and also the best way to guarantee the best eating from that fish. It's also the way that all the top chefs recommend doing it, so I figure if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me and everyone else. But give that fish a real good bleed, get all the blood out, and trust me, the flesh that you get at the end will be 10 times that of an unbled fish. Now, seems to be a lot of kings down there, so I'm gonna try the old fast jig again. I've just gone for a slightly smaller size because those little jigs that I was using, or that little squid jig is quite small. So let's see if it's just a profile thing, because it's a lot easier to catch them on the heavy gear than it is on the slow pitch, I can guarantee you that much. There's a lot of extra arm and back in the slow pitch. Actually, that's a lie. It takes a fair bit to get a fast jig going, but once you hook up, you got a lot more grunt and you can dictate terms a lot quicker. But let's see if they eat it. If not, then it's going to be a king on slow pitch day. Hope the snapper is still here as well. Little seafood basket would be nice. This is a 8,000 Stella. I've got 80-pound braid. It could be 60. I'm not 100% sure. It's 60 or 80. And I've got a Savage Gear Salt offshore jig rod. Now this one is really short, and I love short jigging rods for spin. Not so much for overhead. I don't mind a bit more length in an overhead rod, but for spin, where it feels a bit unnatural, the shorter the rod, the easier it is for me to get that momentum and that jigging action. So that's why I chose to go this outfit. I know once I hook up, I can put a fair bit of hurt on, so that's another big positive. There's absolutely nothing marking on the sounder. That school of fish might have followed my fish, the one that I just hooked, off the mark a bit, because we drifted once I hooked up. What I might do is just wind up. I thought the school was starting to show there, but it petered out, so just relocate, because there's no point wasting all your energy jigging somewhere where the fish aren't. You might get lucky every now and again, but I'll tell you what, I get a lot more confidence and jig a whole lot harder when I'm jigging through a stacked sounder screen. Let's go see if we can find them. Well, free spool time, unless the sounder is lying to me. I've found a good show of fish. It looks exactly like what I pulled that kingy out of before. So, fingers crossed I can repeat on the heavy gear. Bit of fast jigging action. Now that will blow the codwebs out. Change of plans. They don't seem to be responding to the fast jig, so back to slow pitch. We'll do it the hard way. Got a fair bit of time. The weather's beautiful.
Got him. Yep. Pulled a few hooks today, so make sure those hooks are in this time. Woo! Well, this is interesting. They won't eat the big jigs. Ooh. but they'll eat the small jig. He's coming up. There, I've got colour. Oh yeah, it's a smaller one. There he is. What a stunning fish. Not as big as the last one, but still a good one. Hook up exactly the same. The sounder is absolutely lit up. So I'm gonna try and get this guy back. Oh, he's doing all his fighting now. Easy there, mate. Easy. There we go. Another little kingy. Let's send him home. Well, the sounder is absolutely jam-packed. So I'm going to have another crack with the big jig. But in the meantime, how good's that little guy going? Little squid. We're going to have a chat about him later, but he's holding his own up now. Here we go. Oh, hit! Got him! Yeah! Yes! Woo! One hit before this hooked up. Oh! Now this is a fun way to catch kingies. Oh! Oh, there he is. Oh, perfect release. I just had him pinned in the corner of the mouth, and he just shook it next to the boat, but that's all right because we got the best out of him. We got to look at him. We weren't keeping him for a feed either. Well, it may sound like I'm puffing, because I am, but that is damn good fun. Jigging the kings on the heavy gear. Tell you what, if I can have a day doing that, I'm a happy man. So I'm going to try and find that show again, see if I can't get a couple more. What's that? I'm claiming that one. I touched a leader. I was trying to bugger around with that underwater, so that's 3. No wonder there's no snapper here. Kings ate them all. How good. It's gone a bit quiet for the moment, so I thought perfect opportunity to have some breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, they reckon. So it'd be rude of me to skip it. How's this? Breakfast of champions. Bit of oats, a few macadamias, a few almonds, bit of strawberry yogurt on top, and of course a bit of milk. Tell you what, that is breakfast on the go, Sammy style. Doesn't taste too bad, but it's healthy and it gets you going through the day, so that's the main thing. Oh, good fish. Might be a bottom fish, this one. Had to go at the start, doesn't it? There he goes. Woo! Righto, getting some line back on him now. Oh, every time I say that, he cracks it. Righto, there's some colour. Is it foul hooked, is it? Might explain a bit. Phew! Another nice kingy. See if I can't. Oh yeah, he was pinned on the treble. Hold on to him. Hold on. Geez, they're in good condition. Oh, just watch those hooks. Watch those hooks. I'm gonna get this guy back. He's having a bit of a bleed, so see you, mate.
Righto guys, the bite's tapered off a bit now. The weather's still pretty good, but I don't know, the fish have absolutely shut up shop. Haven't had a hit, nudge, bump, tick, pluck, crunch, tickle, anything in about an hour. Time's now, it's about 11:30 now, so yeah, the wind's meant to come up around lunchtime, so I might head in a bit and check out some shallow areas, and yeah, if nothing holding there, I might head home. But before I do that, I will give you a quick run through of the lures I was using today. And that first one I used that I got smoked on very first drop was the Savage Gear 3D Octopus. That's it there. Now it comes in a heap of sizes. This is a 70 gram. The one I got smoked on was a 120, but you can see they got that one big single hook, the main body, and then these are soft plastic legs here. So they're a pretty cool contraption, and in the water you can just imagine them waving all around and making a heap of commotion. One thing I really like about these guys, they've got glow under the belly, the legs glow, and they've got spots of glow on the top, but inside you won't be able to hear that, but it's got a really faint glass rattle. So that's something I haven't seen in a jig for a little while. But I reckon down on the bottom, a little rattle would really attract some attention, get the fish out and come and have a look. For the 120 gram, and I use a 185 gram. That was the second one I got smoked on in this. I don't really like that big single hook there, so I clipped it off with a pair of side cutters. And you'll see there's a little toe point in the middle there, or a little attachment point, and I just hung a set of assist hooks off the back of that. The gear I'm using, I don't reckon I'll be able to set one of these big hooks too hard in deeper water, so assist hooks I reckon are a better option, but each to your own. If you're out in the reef, a big single hook's probably a better option. But there you go, Savage Gear 3D Octopus. And the other one, which I caught majority of my fish on today, or one that I landed majority of the fish on, is this guy here. Now that is the Swim Squid. Again, another Savage Gear lure. That one's a 120 grammer. What I like about it is that little soft plastic head down the bottom. So in the water, that thing just waves around all crazy like. It just brings another element to the jig to make it really look realistic. These guys also have a rattle inside as well, which I'm a big fan of the rattle. And they got super glow. That's all glow, and the legs are glow as well. The treble down the bottom, that's not a bad idea. I don't mind that. One thing I will say though is when you get a hook up, make sure you really get into it and really give it a few hits. I think a few fish I lost today because I didn't go hard enough on the hit, and these trebles just didn't find their mark. You can rig these with or without assist hooks. You know me, I like to hang as many hooks off a lure as I can, so I hung a set of 2.0 assist hooks off the top, and I did have both. I think both bigger kingies. They came to these ones in the corner of the mouth, and that one hooked them in the body there. So definitely worth having the assist hooks if you're that way inclined. If not, just run the treble, but make sure you really give it some curry to make sure that treble sticks. But that's pretty cool. First time I've used these guys today, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed. I didn't find any bottom fish, which I was hoping to find, although there still is a few spots that I would like to try on the way in, so don't count me out just yet. But I'll tell you what, the kingies seem to like them, and what I found very interesting is that the kingies would pretty well only eat these guys. I think it was about 6 hookups to 1 on the big jig. So stereotypically, big jigs, big long knife jigs are what you jig for kingies with. But today they were liking the more natural presentation, the more dangly and realistic, I guess, because this was getting crunched just about every time I could drop it in into the school, whereas that big jig, I only got that 1 hookup and I didn't get any other hits. So who knows whether that was just a day. I'll tell you what, I'd love to get them in front of a few snapper and pearl perch, so I reckon it'd work an absolute treat. But yeah, guys, pretty impressed. I'm gonna start to make my way back in closer. I'm gonna have a few jigs on a couple of marks I got on the way in. If you don't see anything more from me out in the water, just pretend like I never even had another drop and I just ended and just went straight into the boat ramp, because I probably would have donated. But I'll yeah, look, see how we go anyway. Be rude if we didn't give it a nudge. Well, no more fish. Didn't even get another hit, so pull the pin. Just coming back around the corner of Bribey now. Righto guys, back at head office now, time to process this kingfish. I'm looking forward to some kingy steaks and kingy sashimi tonight. I'm also going to divvy a bit out to some friends that are keen for a feed as well, so definitely won't be wasted this one. Anyways, time to start cutting. Not a bad fish either. About 1 metre long. So that is a nice kingy by anyone's standard, perfect eating size too. So that'd be about 6 to 8 kilos. Nice and thick fish. Look at the width across his back there. So plenty of meat on him. And yeah, looking forward to chewing down on this one. Well guys, that's this week's episode all done and dusted. I need a shower, I absolutely stink. This fish, well, it's got a date with some wasabi, bit of soy sauce, and then later on a hot frying pan and some melted butter. I cannot wait. Thanks very much for tuning in guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Really good fun out there today, great to get out deep again and catch some good fish on some new lures. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, there is plenty more fishing action to come. In fact, there's new videos going up every single Sunday at 4 PM. To all the legends that have bought the Sammy Hitzke fishing hats, thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you guys are still chasing one, make sure you head over to my website, sammyhitzkefishing.com. There is still some available, so go check them out. If you'd like to learn something guys, make sure you leave us a comment below, hit that like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next week, thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll see you out in the water.